beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense. Particularly, that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Nittany Lions will put total leather and will get started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Out of the gun to give to the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. When you're sitting inside the top 25 halfway through the season, the goal is clear. Win out, hope you get a little bit of help because this party only has a dozen spots.
And it starts with winning out and taking care of business. And that starts today, right? Like every single game has to matter. It has to count. You got to look at yourself and say, how do we continue to grow, get better? And then, Jesse, let the dominoes fall where they fall.
That's it. And this is a top 25 team right now that I think has really good leadership inside the locker room. And these guys are really dedicated and focused on making sure this team worries about the opponent today. The rest of college football is going to take care of itself. This whole picture could look entirely different by the time this day is done, but you got to handle your business and get this win.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Turning it on!
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. It's a fumble! Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Well, this guy has just been Johnny on the spot. Last week he had 2 fumble recoveries, and here he is again in this game, locating the ball after it comes loose and hopping on it for his defense.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Quickly to the tight end. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right front. Nice job.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on third down. Calls his own number. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Smith dropping to pass. Fires complete on the crosser. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
They'll run it from the gun. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Throws to the wideout. This time he's got it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but their defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there, getting the first down. This offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out.
2nd and goal coming up. A run for the quarterback. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And I think 3rd and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football, now you got a 4th down situation.
No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Smith wants to throw. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Touchdown, Ducks! The offense cashing it in on that drive. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. It's complete to the left. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Got it in the middle. It's Smith. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Trying to slam in. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Off the play fake. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
3rd and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. Give to the big fullback. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Yeah, and you failed on 1st and 2nd, but on 3rd down, you give it to the big fullback, and he does the rest. Lower the shoulder, lower the pads, run physical, and get in that end zone.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
I tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Ball security always paramount. That football must be riveted to your rib cage, Jesse, and it wasn't last time.
And look, he knows that happens again. He's going to find himself on the sideline. So this is going to be a dude very motivated to make some plays on this drive.
Yeah, and I think it's frustrating, but you got to put it behind you. You got to move on. And this offense has to go through him anyways. You got to be able to run the football and have some balance.
Got a man. It's Sutter. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
That's reeled in. It's Davison. Breaks into the open. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Got the big tight end on the corner route. At the 20, he's got space. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Man, what a weapon in this offense. To have a tight end that you can throw the football to, not just over the middle, not just to move the sticks, but a guy like this that can absolutely blaze, like a Warren, like a Bowers we've seen over the years, that can make huge plays down the field after the catch.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
He'll toss it. He steps out of bounds just short of the end zone, and they'll try to punch it in from there.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from Pater. The Ducks in the hurry-up. They go right back to their man on second and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't happy.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league, but check this out. Missouri came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact this wasn't ever really in question. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Hall. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
But when you're running the curl route against zone coverage as a QB, you know you've got to get the receiver the ball quickly. This quarterback has a cannon for an arm. He showed you on that last throw, and the offense picks up the first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Going to sling it on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hall. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
That's a bang-bang play, three-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. There he goes! Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Wants to go up top on first down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, the quarterback had the look he wanted. He had his big fella down here in the red zone. That's supposed to be an easy pitch and catch, but his buddy puts it on the floor.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. The offense changing the play. Wants to throw again. He's got it on the run. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Smith dropping to pass. Makes the grab down the middle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quickly out to the tight end. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Ducks will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Catch in the middle. It's Hall. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down the line of play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Smith wants to throw. He lost one down the sideline. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Just enough time to get off one more snap. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Here comes the field goal unit. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt, and he'll have to curl it in from the right side. The official says no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Sullivan. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reed.
Turning it on! Got the first down and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there and make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
The Nittany Lions, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Pulls and throws off the RPO.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Right on the money. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. At the 35, he's open. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Penn State! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point was good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Georgia Tech has just had no answers today. You should see what Yellow Jacket greats like Calvin Johnson are saying on social media right now. Talk about unhappy. They're trailing by 21 to North Carolina. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're down 28-14, making it really important to put up some kind of score on. Breaks into the open. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. The Ducks will hustle to the line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Caught behind the line. It's Sutter. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments. Wide out level noise. Smith dropping to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quickly complete. He's brought down. Enough for a first down.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Oregon. gun. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Howard. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Hall. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
He'll field the punt and look for room. He gets a block. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. On the option. Quick toss. There he goes. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
This quarterback is making outstanding decisions so far in this game, and you've already seen it throwing the football. The guy already has over 200 yards passing, but he's doing it in the running game as well. Really good decision that time. Seeing nobody accounting for the pitch guy, you flip it out, you pick up a nice play offensively. Really good football IQ from the quarterback position.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Smith wants to throw. Right down the middle. Finds his man. It's Perry. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
That's a really nice looking throw. When I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives them a chance. He makes this offense go.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Dances away. He'll pull it down and run. Took care of it himself. He'll walk and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
The short hands, it's Williams. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth all tied up. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Smith takes the handoff. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Line is set on third down. He wants to change this route. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. With the catch, it's Hall. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Got room to work. Picks up the first down. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They move on top here in the fourth. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run. They're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Things have not gone the way they planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Smith dropping to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
The gun, the running back looking for room. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. I thought white noise was supposed to be relaxing. This is deafening on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Moves away as he feels pressure. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's cut.
And finally the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
The Ducks line up to punt it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Quarterback making adjustments. Finds his tight end. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Nittany Lions will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. He went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Smith wants to throw. Moving out of the pocket. Makes the catch. It's Davison. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. And the Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Davison. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get it.
Oh, he's got some space. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
And we've already seen this QB have success throwing the football down the field. How about the variety to his game? Now you run the option, you make the right read, get it to your pitch man where he can get upfield, get some extra yards.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Georgia Tech has just had no answers today. You should see what Yellow Jacket greats like Calvin Johnson are saying on social media right now. Talk about unhappy. They're trailing by 24 to North Carolina.
Looking to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Smith.
We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this second and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. No huddle here for the offense.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play call. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Firing to the right, complete. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Hands it off. Got the first down and more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Last play didn't go well. It leaves them with 2nd and 11. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. To the air on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Got it, looking for a first. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on fourth down. He might want another play. Fourth down, gotta have it here. Caught over the middle. It's Hall.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Nerves of steel right down the boulevard on the game-winning chip shot. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for the squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and usually starts